Hello and welcome. My name's Colton. I'm with 1351 BBQ, and I've got a new video for you today. I'd like for you to follow along as we compete in the Outlaw BBQ Association Outlaw Roundup in Maybank, Texas. We had a great time, didn't win anything, but I want to take you along so you can see our adventure. So, right here we got a little muddy as we were coming into camp, slinging mud. As you can see on the smoker, we got covered in mud. Well, then we did a little weed eating to clean up the campsite a little bit. Now we're going to start trimming that brisket. Got me a cold beer. Trimming that hard fat off right there. That's not going to render down. This was the biggest brisket that I've trimmed. We cut quite a bit off of it, and as you can see, it just keeps piling up. We'll take all that waste and bag it up, and we grind it up for hamburger meat later. My lovely wife trimming all the little silver skin off because that takes a while. Then we're going to inject it with some Texas oil dust injection, get it wrapped up in some saran wrap overnight.
Well, it's 3:30. We're here at the Outlaw Roundup in Maybank. It is early. I had a couple beers last night, so I'm slow getting around this morning, but I'm gonna light the fire. We're gonna see if we can cook some barbecue this weekend. Kind of did a little extra prep work last night. Did a little extra prep work last night to, make it really easy to start this fire. But we're fixing to pull the briskets out. Not briskets. And get it roughed up and get it seasoned. That way when smoker comes up to temperature, we'll be ready to put it on.
Oh wow, this was early morning right here. We got our brisket out. We're gonna take a fork and we're gonna rough up that brisket, let the seasoning sink in a little bit better. Last minute I decided to trim off a little bit more of this bottom cap, make it lay flat. Got a good tip from my buddy Tim on that. I think it worked out pretty well. It's the best looking trim I've done. We'll put the fire in the firebox there and we'll get it rolling pretty good. And we're gonna come back while that's going. We're gonna take the ribs out and get them trimmed up. Cut the ends off, as you'll see. Kind of square them up a little bit. Then we'll pull the membrane back. Always gotta take that off. That's my personal preference. I always take it off. Get that brisket on there when it's good and hot. Come back, season the ribs up some more. It's green dot fajita seasoning on the back. Some Texas oil dust on the front. Get those on. See that fire rolling back in there? Oof, there's some good stuff. Here we're going to spatchcock the chickens. We're going to get those cut up and injected. We use a Cosmos brine and a Texas oil dust injection for it. And when you put the injection in that thing, they swell up pretty big. They are so juicy. Put them in a pan, put some foil on it because it's going to be a little bit before we can season those up. And now we're on to wrapping ribs. We're going to use the Johnny Trigg method with some butter, honey, some brown sugar, then a little bit of pineapple juice. Because we used to use apple, but I think the pineapple juice does better with those pork spare ribs. They turn out pretty good. We used a lot of foil on this. I don't really know why. It was kind of windy, so we wanted to make sure we didn't blow away our ribs. Get those wrapped up, put on, get our brisket out, get it ready to wrap up. It shrunk down quite a bit, but turned out really well. We don't ever put anything in there. We just wrap it up with some foil and put it back on. Now we're on to seasoning up those chickens.
All right, so we got our meat all on the smoker. We've got our 2 chickens, 3 racks of ribs, and our brisket. We're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna cook 1 chicken skin side down for 30 minutes, flip it, and then the other we're gonna cook regular to see what the difference is. If there's any difference in skin quality or if it's rubber or not, we'll see. But everything's on and going. We've already got our ribs and brisket wrapped, so chugging right along.
You can see right here I'm flipping that 1 chicken over. Made the skin a little more crispy. I might have to try that again. See how it turns out. We're checking our ribs right here. I feel like I could have let them cook a little longer, but they still turned out good. Here we are taking our chickens out, getting them sauced up, making sure the sauce is set and tacky and full of flavor. For those judges, do a little taste test, get them sliced up, see which one we like the best. Which one looks better? The one I flipped actually turned out a little darker, but here we are taking a little extra time, a little extra care to make sure every bite has a little sauce on it. Get it put in the box. And we're ready to turn in. Here we are getting our ribs out to set the sauce on them. Get them glazed up so they're nice and shiny. That Texas pepper jelly Craig's sauce is really good. Complements the pork really well. Here we are checking to see which ones we like the best, which one look the prettiest. And obviously got to do a taste test. And we're gonna get them put in the box as neat as we can. Make them look as pretty as possible for those judges. A little extra seasoning right there on the top. My wife said, oh, we need a little more sauce on this one right here. Make them look uniform. And it's time to turn in ribs. Now we're getting our brisket out. All that good juices in there, get it sliced up. Wasn't happy with my slices, but it still tasted really good. Gotta do another taste test with that au jus. Getting a little extra thumb grind seasoning, a little sauce. Get it put in the box, and we're ready to turn in.
Well, as you can see, we had a great time at the Outlaw Barbecue Association Outlaw Roundup 2023. I mean, we had all kinds of great experiences talking to people, and we're really excited for 2024, this season of barbecue competitions. But hey, if you like what we're doing here, give us a like, follow, subscribe, all of the social media things, and we'd love to have you. Stay tuned for our next episode. It'll be coming soon.